Let's go! Let's go! Well, through the Guatemala side without a problem. Now let's see if I can figure out how to get through. I think I should have stopped there. I think so, right over there I think. I'm gonna park over there and I've got to go in and do my thing. Through the dip, right, and then pull in here. Hey, hold on.
¿De dónde viene aquí de Guatemala?
Yeah, sí.
¿De qué parte? ¿De la capital?
No hablo español. I have to go over there? Where do I go?
Allá mira, ahí donde va la moto, ahí pasa.
In here.
Ahí donde va la moto.
Okay.
Torna por allá.
So here first?
Aquí.
Aquí.
Ahí está el cono.
Okay. Gracias. What's the best way here? Okay. And then I park over here, I'm guessing. I can. And in. All right, let's see how it goes, people. People, I am back in Mexico. And after Guatemala, I'm so relieved. I know that sounds crazy, but Guatemala was a thing. It was hard the whole time. The very last town was a good town. Everything else was difficult. I never had such a hard time. But now I'm back in Mexico, which strangely enough feels like home in a way. Like, okay, it's Mexico. I know how to deal with Mexico. I'm about 45 minutes from my Airbnb, which is too early. Check-in's not until 2, so I'm gonna stop somewhere and eat some lunch. Tacos or something. We'll find a place that takes a... oh, I also need an ATM, so I need an ATM. When I get into the city, I'll find an ATM and a place to eat lunch, and I'll hang out for a little bit. But we are on Route 200 again. 200. My old friend. Oh, fuck. Gonna go through the roundabout and keep on keeping on. There it is. Let's go! Let's go! Oh, it says 20 here. There must be a speed bump. Whew. Happy to be back. All right, let's see if I can get through Mexico alive, shall we? Hey gang, so today's our first day back on the road here in Mexico. Right now, let's use the map. You want to use the map? Let's use the map. Let's get my old man glasses on. And we are going to show you where we are. Here we are. Tapachula. Tapachula, right at the bottom. Over here is Guatemala. Here's where we are right now. What we're going to do today is go up this coast, not too far, right about here, right around Tonala, right? You're going to spend the night there. Here's the deal. Our goal, our new goal, is to get way up there somewhere. Somewhere in that mirror is Chicago. It's far away. It's better part of 4,000 miles away to visit my daughter, right? But our timing has to be right. So we're going to get there third week of March. Right now, it's the first week of March. So we have 3 weeks to cover 4,000 miles. Sounds about right, right? 1,200 miles a week. Okay, fine. But we want to take our time down here in this, what I believe to be safe portion of Mexico. And Mexico stays safe. So here we are in Tapachula, right? Mexico appears to be pretty safe all the way through here. Salina Cruz, beautiful beaches in Salina Cruz, right? And you don't start to have a problem until you get up to Acapulco. So before Acapulco, we're gonna break for the mountains. I haven't decided yet. Here, one of these major highways, maybe from Salina Cruz. We're gonna break up to Oaxaca, right? Oaxaca, that'd be a long day. Maybe halfway between there is Tehuacan, Pueblo. We are not going to Mexico City. Forget it. We are not going to the Atlantic coast. That's also a no-go zone for us. So Puebla to another little smaller suburban, not suburban, but surrounding city around Mexico City, like Pachuca. We're up here in the mountains. And then we're going to pick a path up these mountain roads, right up the middle, right up the gut, right? Until we get back to Saltillo. We're not going to go to Monterrey. And from Saltillo, we'll go to, we'll blast right through the border, right? We'll spend a long day. We'll get through the border and back up here. Imagine that this multi-tool is Texas. That'll be it. We'll be in Texas, okay? So then once we're in Texas, you know, everything's fine. And then we'll just take our time, working our way east, then up the Mississippi River, and before you know it, into Chicago. All right, we'll time it so that it works out. So that's the plan. Today is the first day of that. I hope you'll follow along as we travel. Let me show you the room here a little bit in Tapachula. It was good, actually. There was good food, good folks here. Room is simple, but fine. Like, what's the problem with this? Nothing. You know? Little bathroom, let me turn on the lights for you. Bathrooms are all kind of the same. They don't have hot water, they don't need them. There's no reason for it. You know? Nicely tiled. Cute little kitchen, little refrigerator. Nice, you know, no problems here. I will tell you this story. So, there's this balcony, right? And one night, last night, the night before, I decide that I'm going to come out onto this balcony, and I foolishly, without thinking, shut this door behind me, and quickly discover that I am in my underwear and unable to get back into the apartment. So I literally, see this garage with the yellow on the bottom here? That's a garage. It's a mechanic shop. There were guys just finishing up there, and I think they were also had to do with this animal hospital because they were going back and forth. And shouted down to them in my broken Spanish, and they said they didn't understand. And I pantomimed. I turned around and pantomimed, I can't get back into the place. And they went down here to where the landlord is at the first floor, knocked on the door, and she came up and unlocked me, thank goodness, in my underwear. It was crazy. So that was the adventure. Oh, I almost killed myself there. Be careful. I've never been more grateful to see a door open in my life. And the poor woman, she came up and was mortified that some dude in his underwear, I've got to go rescue him. But worked out fine. I sent her a nice message after to say thank you, and she was gracious about it. All right, wish me luck today. The whole point is to, the goal is to get to Chicago. The point is not to die in the process. Don't die. Things are dicey here in Mexico, so we are definitely eyes up and paying attention. And generally, and try, with those two caveats, to have a good time. Let's have some fun, all right? Okay, here we go. All right, on
on the road out of Tapachula. You know, I think this happens to everyone who travels for a long time. There's a point where you kind of get the blues, right? You think, what am I doing? Where am I going? What is this about? It happens in long endurance events. It happens in anything you do that takes a long time. And something in our brains just says, why? Why? There's this pressure on you to divert. In my case, you know, here I am, near the bottom of Mexico, really far from home. Here in early March, on my motorcycle, and I just think, today's a tough day. You know, I'm depressed, tired of the road. All I want to do is sleep. I don't want to go out and see the things that I'm here to see. And the answer to this, as always, my kids will laugh about this, is number one, talk. Talk about it. Get it outside of you and look at it. That's what you do when you talk about something. Talk about it with other people, talk about it with yourself, talk about it with you people. Say, hey, you know, what am I really experiencing? And then context, right? We have to say, what is it that I'm doing and why am I doing it? You know, I'm here to see these places. Well, folks, I still love palm trees. I still love mountains, and they're still here. So, on the road today, working on my own attitude. You know, what's the old army expression? That officers are in charge of their own morale. And I'm the captain of this expedition, so I'm in charge of my own morale. So hip hip, and off we go. All right. Well, here we go. Look at the mountains. They are freaking beautiful. Look at that. Can you see that? Jeepers. As we pass through this very small town here on the Pan American Highway. This is the Pan American Highway, by the way, and just remember that. Oh, here we are. There you go. Viaga. And this is it. These two lanes carry all the traffic from Panama to Alaska. It's amazing. Reductor are my favorite, the reductores. Here we are. The bumps. Alright, so just wanted to share that, you know, wasn't feeling my best when I started today, feel a little down, but there's no reason for it. When you do feel down, get on with what you're doing. You know? This is where a list or a goal is so helpful. Because you say, I have to do what the list says. I have to do whatever the goal says today. I have to, it's the goal. And that's how I carry through in times where I'm emotionally maybe not engaged in the process. So, onward we go, my friends. All right, talk to you soon. Friends, is typical Mexico dog. Mexico dog will eat whatever you give him. He enjoys these chips as much as I do. And he will come visit you if you are alone at a gas station, so that you are not lonely. He's a very good dog. Mexico dog is one of the best dogs. And if I had my way, I'd come home with about 50 Mexico dogs. Oh, this is a sheep. This Mexico dog is a sheep. So we're gonna get Mexico dog another chip. Sorry.
La la la!